The name of our company is Senior Care Management Associates. We are geriatric care managers, and the primary services that we provide is consultation to the senior and family as they make some decisions going forward in their life. One of the ways of thinking about a senior care manager, geriatric care manager, is the role of an orchestra conductor with the various sections of the orchestra being in-home care, assisted living, skilled care, it can be financial issues, can be legal issues. And as the orchestra conductor, as we sit with families and listen to the story, we then know what pieces that we need to pull in together. It's the reason why the byline of our company is putting the pieces together. That's what we do, is to pull the needed pieces together so that we can provide services for seniors and their family.
My role with Senior Care Management Associates is as a long-term care planner, as well as providing or the opportunity to provide long-term care insurance to clients. Yes, I work with clients as Bill does as a care manager, but with that, often we are working with the adult children, and it is an opportunity to help them learn the process of long-term care planning. Once a client calls us, the first thing we do is listen, and that might be on the phone, it might be in person. We hear what their needs are, or often what they think their needs are, and from that we help with setting up the different services. We have a multifaceted assessment that we can work with the client themselves. We definitely get input from family whenever possible. And so when we learn the whole picture, we are then able to help set up services for the client. One of the services a senior may need is in-home care. And in-home care can encompass several things. It can be just from visiting with that client for a few hours, a couple times a week, to actually being there 24/7. It can be anything from monitoring medications to chores as housekeeping and cooking, also called independent activities of daily living, or standby assist or hands-on care when it comes to bathing, dressing, toileting, transfers, and things like that. Part of my role with Senior Care Management Associates is to work with other home care companies, help our families that we're working with find the best fit for them. There are numerous in-home care companies in the area. Generally, they're the same, but each of them has their niche, and that's something we have to help our families figure out. You know, look at the agency themselves, the caregivers that are there, and the organization as a whole.
For a family to think about placing a loved one in assisted living, immediately a number of questions come. And the value that a geriatric care manager has is that we've been in most all of the facilities. We know them well. And so as we listen to the story and as they tell us what their needs are, as we listen to what their financial resources are and what kind of next step they must do, then we can link up with what might be the best facility. And we do a variety of things. First of all, we can tell them where the facilities are. Is it close to where the family member lives? That's kind of a first flush. The second would be to actually go there and to let the family or the senior walk about, see it. Does this in any sense feel like a place where they can be? The next phase then would be to actually sit with a marketing director, administrator, and to talk about what are the financial costs, what's involved in someone moving into the community, and how long can they stay here. All of those kinds of questions are front-loaded in a sense because the family and the senior need to know that before they ever move in.
Some of the questions that we try to have answered in our assessment is the person, one, living independently right now on their own? Are they needing assistance already with their bathing and dressing? Are they a fall risk? Have they had a recent hospital stay, and that's the reason for the meeting that we're having with them right now? Is there a chronic illness or a debilitating illness that we know maybe they're handling it themselves now, but will later down the road need more assistance? What is their cognitive abilities now? Are we seeing some of that diminishing? Things even driving, are they still driving? Is that something that we need to be assessing if they should still be driving or not? How do we help the family, help that person be comfortable giving up those keys to the car? So there's lots of different things that we bring in as we do the assessment with the client.
We also work with families when the need is more intense than can be met in an assisted living, that the next step would be to be a part of a nursing home or a skilled nursing facility. All of those steps are really based on the needs of the client and whether they can function in a less supervised structure or they need a more supervised structure. And once again, we've been in all of the skilled nursing facilities, and so if there's a need to make a recommendation about what one would be good, we know where we can direct the family or the senior to go take a look, because ultimately they're the ones that have to be satisfied with the services rendered. We are a guide or a consultant to that. They make the decision.